Hello everyone, and welcome back to Unbound Learners Pre-K. My name is Nina. What's your name? It's nice to meet you. Let's sing our good morning song together. We're going to stretch out those airplane wings, fly to this side, over to the other side, fly back to the middle. Big stretch out in front. Now take the circle up over your head, and let's stretch on this side, over to the other side. One last stretch, and now it's time to sing together. Good morning, dear earth. Good morning, dear sun. Good morning, dear rocks and flowers, everyone. Good morning, dear beast and birds in the trees. Good morning to you and good morning to me. Good morning, friends. I hope that you all had a wonderful weekend. Before we get started with the calendar and weather chart, we have to do 3 things. Number 1, let's turn on our listening ears. Next, it's time to put on our thinking hats. Today, my thinking hat has a zipper underneath my chin, so I'm going to zip it up. And the last thing that we need to do is warm up our hearts. Can you show me how to do that? That's right. Boom, 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 boom. Now let me grab my pointing stick and let's go over the date together. Right up here we have the month. The last time we met, we started a brand new month. Do you remember what it's called? October. That's right. Today is October 4th. So I'm going to move the chip over from the number 1. The last time we met was October 1st. So I'm going to move it from the number 1 to the number 2, 3, and put it right on the number 4. Today is October 4th, and the year is 2021 or 2021. Let's get those counting fingers ready. We'll warm them up to give them a little stretch. And let's see how many days we've had so far in the month of October. Will you count with me? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4. So far we've had 4 days in the month of October. Now it's time to sing the Days of the Week song. And for this song, we hold up 7 fingers for each one of the days of the week. If you know the words, sing along with me. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Down at the bottom of the chart, we have the days of the week to go over. So listen for the sound that the day starts with, and you can say the day with me. Yesterday was Sunday, the last day of the weekend. That means that today is Monday, the first day of the weekday. And tomorrow will be Tuesday. But let's sing Today is Monday together. Today is Monday, today is Monday, today is Monday, all day long. Today is Monday, today is Monday, today is Monday, all day long. Up at the top of the chart, we have the season. What's the season, friends? Fall. But you can also say autumn. Autumn and fall are the same season. And I know that fall is here because this morning I woke up and there was a frost on the grass. A frost is a thin layer of ice, so that means that it was really cold this morning. And if I go down to the bottom of the chart, that means that it's time to sing the weather song together. What's the weather? What's the weather? Can you tell? Can you tell? Is the sun shining? Is the rain falling? Can you tell? Can you tell? So today, where I live, it's mostly cloudy outside with a little bit of sunshine. And I should really enjoy that little bit of sunshine today because for the rest of the week, it's supposed to be really rainy. My temperature chart is on orange. It was chilly this morning, but it seems to be warming up. What do you see outside of your window today? Thanks for sharing the weather with me. Let's move on to the letter, the number, and the sign of the week. Because today is Monday, we have a new letter to talk about. This capital letter says W. Can you make that sound? W. This is an uppercase W. W says W. I wonder what we'll find inside of the letter box today. Inside of this box, I have a picture of something that starts with the letter W. W. I'll give you a few clues, and if you think you know what it is, you can take a guess. Here's your first clue. This is a large mammal that lives in the water. What could it be? Let's see. This is a whale. A whale is a large creature, specifically a mammal, that lives in the ocean. Whale starts with the letter W. W. This is how you write an uppercase W. W. One more time. And here is the new number of the week. This double-digit number is the number 19. And when you write the number 19, first you write the number 1, and then you write the number 9. 1, 9, 19. Let's count to the number 19 together using the large bead frame. This is how you count to the number 19 using the large bead frame. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 110, 9 units, 19. We have one more thing to count today inside of the number box. Because today is Monday, I have some blades of grass. And as I count them, I'll line them up across the top of the box so that we can count together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and one more makes 19. 19 blades of grass. Now, when I look at all of these blades of grass, I want to find the shortest one. It looks like the shortest one is right here. And now I want to find the opposite of the shortest. So the opposite of the shortest is the tallest, which is right here. The shortest and the tallest. And all together, we counted 19 of them. We've gone over the new letter of the week and the new number of the week. So now let's move on to the new sign of the week. Remember, friends, sign language is a language that uses hand gestures and facial expressions to communicate instead of speaking words out loud. And today I'm going to show you how to say pumpkin in sign language. So you're going to take one of your hands and you're going to curl your fingers up into a ball like this. With your other hand, you're going to use your thumb and your middle finger and make a flicking motion on top of your other hand. Pumpkin. You try. Pumpkin. This week we are continuing our study on autumn. So where I live, and maybe where you live too, the summer has ended and fall has just started. Or maybe winter has just ended where you live, and now it's springtime. But how can it be fall in one part of the world and springtime in another? It's because of how the earth is tilted and its direction to the sun. For example, the earth is divided into the northern hemisphere, which is the top half, and the southern hemisphere, which is the lower half. When it was summertime where I live, that meant that the northern hemisphere, right up here, was tilted toward the sun, like this. And that also meant that it was winter time in the southern hemisphere, down here. But remember, the earth is always orbiting around the sun, which means that the seasons will change. So right now, it's fall in the northern hemisphere and springtime in the southern hemisphere. And the sun is shining equally. Let's move on to our work for the day. For today's work, you will need some leaves, paint, and a paintbrush, some tape, and a piece of paper. We are going to be making leaf prints with paint. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take the leaves that I collected from outside and I'm going to flip them over onto the back like this. And then I have this double-sided tape, which means that it's sticky on both sides. And I'm going to take a piece of the double-sided tape and add it to the back side of each leaf. Because this leaf is larger, I'm going to pick a larger piece of tape, put it on the back of the leaf, and then I'm going to take the leaves and flip them back over. So I'm going to press the sticky side onto the paper like this, and you can arrange the leaves however you'd like to on your piece of paper. So once the leaves are taped onto the piece of paper and you know that they won't fall off, it's time to start painting. I picked red and I'm going to dip my paintbrush in and I'm just going to start painting over and on the paper like this. So you don't have to paint completely on the leaf. If you like to, you can. So I'm just going to go on the paper. If I get some paint on the leaf, that's okay. And you can see that the tape is holding the leaf in place so that it doesn't move or fall off as I paint over the leaf. So we have the two maple leaves covered. Let's move on to the larger leaf. Oh, it looks like that tape did come off. So I'm just going to press it down again. There we go. Start painting over and around like this. We have a little bit more paper to cover. There's a little more white on the paper that I can see. You can use all different colors if you like when you paint, or you can just stick with one color like I chose to do today. All right, it looks like all of the space has been covered with paint. So the next thing that I'm going to do is remove the leaves like this. And the last one, right here. This one is, there we go. And you can see that now we have the outline of the leaves that we picked. Let's get back to circle time. Welcome back to circle time, friends. Before we go, I have a new song to share with you about autumn leaves. And it goes like this. Autumn leaves are falling down, falling down, falling down. Autumn leaves are falling down, down to the ground. Take a rake and rake them up, rake them up, rake them up. Take a rake and rake them up into a pile. Make a pile and jump in, and jump in, and jump in. Make a pile and jump in into the pile. Thanks for learning with me today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, give my video a thumbs up, and find me on OutSchool for my live and interactive classes. You can also support my channel by checking out my Patreon page and gain access to bonus features for your child. At this time, I am now offering one-on-one tutoring services as well as curriculum consultations, so please feel free to reach out. We have one last song to sing before we go, so let's wave goodbye like this. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. I'll see you next time. Have a great day, friends, and I'll see you tomorrow.